good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you might be watching this. Today we are going to home can, boiling water bath, some strawberries mixed with cherries. Now what I've got here in this pot is these are some cherries I cooked up last night. I pitted them and cooked them up. Here's some frozen strawberries I had, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix them and I'm going to cook them up, and we are going to can them with absolutely no sugar, no sweetener of any kind. So let me get this frozen ones out of there and into there, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so there's my frozen strawberries in with my already cooked cherries, pitted cherries, and I'm going to cook this down and get it nice and good and bubbly and ready to can. Okay, my strawberries and my cherries are cooking, and now I'm going to really mash them up with my spoon here and get this a little soupy, syrupy, whatever. My lids, got everything ready here, my jars. So, just a second. Okay, y'all, now I want to point out a few things. I've got this cooking really good. I have no sugar, no honey, no sweetener, no pectin of any kind. And what I've got in here is my strawberries and my pitted cherries. Now, I want to point out something to you. I'm not using pectin because did you know that pectin can be GMO? Well, now I'm not, AC, well, no, excuse me, I'm not ADD on GMO. But I don't use any pectin. At pickyourown.org, that's the website I gave you, where I did about how you find your elevation. They have how to make your own pectin. But I'm not using pectin, I'm not using sugar, I'm not using honey, I'm not using sweetener, I'm not using stevia. I am using just plain old water, strawberries, and pitted cherries. Now, I want to point something out. For pitted cherries, sweet or sour, pints are 15 minutes. Now, for strawberries, and this is hot pack, for strawberries, half pints or pints are 10 minutes. Well, since I'm mixing the two, I must go with the 15 minutes because the cherries has the longer processing time. Also notice that strawberries say half pints or pints, where cherries only say pints. Now, I'm sure there's a where you can find to do half pints. I am doing half pints. Little bitty jars, but I am still following this right here for the 15 minutes for the cherries because in here I have cherries and strawberries. So now what I'm going to start doing, I think this is cooked enough. What I'm going to do now is take a jar out. I'm going to fill a jar. I'm going to wipe off the rim. I'm going to add a lid. I'm going to add a ring. And then I'm going to put it back in. Now notice too that since I'm using just little jars, I didn't have to get out my big canner. I'm just using a big pot. So just a second, we'll do one by one. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got an empty spot down there, and I'm scared, oops, I'm scared those jars might fall over, so I'm going to fill that empty spot with something. And also, I got this much left. So, just a second. Okay, y'all, I placed a cup down in there. I don't know if you can see that, but I placed a cup down in there, and I'm going to put the lid on. I've got the water nice and high, just like it's supposed to be. See there? Whew, getting a little steamy. I got the water nice and high. So I'm going to put the lid on, put the gas on, and when that comes to a boil, we will start timing. Now, I want you to remember something here. I want to warn you something. This, what I'm making, is not going to win any beauty contests because I have not added sugar and because I have not added pectin. This fruit's going to be all supernatural. It might discolor, and it is not going to taste the same as your sugary, sweet preserves that you're used to. So that's the warning there. But I guarantee y'all, I can use this for anything I want. And it's going to be just wonderful. I can make this now into syrup. I can make it into, put it in my cobbler. I can do anything I want with it. And it doesn't have all that sugar. It's just plain old strawberries and plain old pitted cherries. Nothing else but that and water. So, when this comes to a boil, I'll bring you back. Okay, let's check it here. That is a rolling boil. So now I'm going to count 15 minutes from this rolling boil. Okay, y'all. 15 minutes. Turn off the gas. Remove the lid. And I'll wait 5 minutes and then I'll take out the jars. As y'all can see, one of the jars fell over, but I'm not worried about that. Can y'all see what I used down there on the bottom? Just a second, let me get my little thing there and pull it out. For this pot, I don't have the rack that goes in the bottom. Get that out of there. Well, guess could get the cup out. Just put it on the stove. That's clean now. Yeah, this is what I used because I don't have the bottom rack for this particular pot. But I use this pot sometimes for my canning. That's why I have that already made. But there you go, y'all. And here's my extra. I couldn't help but taste it. It tastes good. So there, I'm going to take some pictures. Look for the pictures at the end of this video. And what I'll do now is these will set here overnight. Tomorrow morning I'll wash them off. I'll take the rings off. Save the rings for using again. I'll label the top. Date it and everything, what it is. And I'll have me some good eating. So, thanks for watching, y'all. And remember how I did this, and remember to check out that website, pickyourown.org. So this is canning strawberries and cherries with no sugar, no sweetener, no honey, no stevia, no nothing. Just fruit and water. Thanks for watching. Bye. Guess what, y'all? That's going in my yogurt tomorrow morning for breakfast. Good.